Hey y'all, owner of Hamster's Pizza Repair here to share with you some information that honestly was I'm not gonna lie, I am quite shocked. I'm not just quite shocked, I am appalling shocked. Like this is the privacy of every planet on Earth is threatened right now. I'm not even kidding. We all know data brokers exist. We all know that they, buy and sell information between each other on every person in the entire world. What if I told you it's a much bigger threat than you thought? It's a much bigger threat than I thought. You see, I paid for a website called Optory.com. Okay, this Optory.com removes about 350-ish plus data brokers from 350, or removes my information from 350 data brokers plus. But sorry, I do apologize. I really am flustered with this. I have a real problem with this, so I'm having a difficulty because I literally just found this out. So I'm having a little bit of problem processing. I'm having a little problem dealing with it, honestly. It is that shocking, especially since I'm a big privacy person and protect my data and whatnot. Like, this makes me so badly want to just figure out how to do software development and make literally a one-stop shop software that just runs on repeat of these data brokers and have it literally remove the data, remove the data and remove the stuff. And oh my gosh, you have no idea how much I'm struggling with this, people. You have no idea. This is quite shocking, and if I can't handle it, you may not be able to either. I mean, you are going to be, I think you're going to be quite shocked more than me. Like, I knew this stuff existed, but I think you at home are going to let's just begin. Let's, because I really, I don't know how to explain this. Like, we're going to do this right. I'm going to teach you what a data broker is. If you don't know what it is, that's fine. If you do, even better. I mean, I won't have to explain this to you if you know, but I'm going to explain it to those that don't know because it's clearly needing to be said. Give me a minute to get set up because I wasn't quite ready for this. Yeah, I'm that distraught over this. I really am. I really, really am. All right, I'm going to disable my overlays for this because we're gonna get you full view. You're not even gonna see my camera, but you'll still hear my voice. All right. For those that don't know what data brokers are, data brokering is a legitimate business that understandably gains notoriety among consumers. However, many people don't even know this industry exists and that their personal data is being collected, sold, and used for a variety of purposes. We'll talk more about the various ways in which your data is gathered, but you might be surprised to learn that in many cases, you're inadvertently giving these companies your permission to collect your personal information. Think about it. All the times you have hastily selected accept to privacy and cookies, not with just your browser, but also the software you use on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, even your desktop. You'd be surprised at just how valuable your data is. The data broker industry is extremely lucrative, generating upwards of $200 billion in revenue per year. With billions of dollars and your privacy at stake, what makes your data such a hot commodity? And what are the data brokers doing with your information? I'm going to stop there for a minute because I want to explain something to you. I've been telling my family and friends this for a long time. For a long time, I've been really saying it a lot lately. The important commodity, the most valuable commodity in the world is information. It's not money. Money is the face value. Money is what we need to survive. Money is what we need to live. The actual currency of the world is information. And everybody wants to call me a liar. Everyone wants to think that, somebody or something is filling me with heads, or, false information. And because they're completely oblivious on how the world works, especially my own damn family. Yes, I know I'm a PC computer owner, but this is exactly why I'm a computer PC repair owner. This is exactly why. What are data brokers? A data broker, sometimes called an information broker, is a business that collects personal data from various sources, processes it, and sells it to individuals or companies for marketing, risk mitigation, and other purposes. Some of the largest data brokers in the USA are Axiom, LLC, Esflon Data Management, LLC, Oracle America, Inc., Equifax Information Services, LLC, Experian, LLC, and CoreLogic. Different brokers operate for different reasons. For example, CoreLogic provides data to screen potential tenants for landlords and real estate companies. Brokers like Equifax and Experian process data for decision-making and marketing purposes. How do data brokers collect information? Data brokers typically agitate information through what's publicly available on the internet and by buying it from other organizations, such as credit card companies. Common avenues for data sourcing are social media sites, public records, loyalty programs, and mobile apps. Credit cards. Credit card networks may sell user information, such as purchase history, to data brokers who then process it and sell it to advertising and marketing agencies. The standard practice is to anonymize data through a tokenization process. Web browser cookies. Cookies are small text files that track and store your information as you browse the web. Data brokers purchase this information from websites enabling the cookies and may even place cookies on your browser themselves. Public records, marriage license, arrest records, voter registrations, motor vehicle records, census data, and bankruptcy records are just a few examples of potentially publicly available information that data brokers can aggregate. Retailers, both brick and mortar and online merchants, collect, track, and share your information. One way merchants can easily identify and track you with your store loyalty card number. Tracking your purchases can help data brokers better understand your spending habits. Mobile apps. You may be using a free app at the expense of your personal data. Some mobile apps will gather information like GPS location, birthday, interests, etc., and pass those details to data brokers. These are just a few of the sources brokers leverage to collect information. Other data sources include, but are not limited to, banks, insurance agencies, telecom companies, and other data brokers, surveys, and sweepstakes. What it doesn't list here, I'm going to say this, they also sell it to scammers. Scammers use this to literally scam people. What are the data brokers doing with your personal details? Let's break down what it means to collect and process data. A broker may collect your religion and smoking habits from a dating app. Then they might gather your purchasing habits from a retailer. Independent of one another, this data may be useless. But together, paired with other pieces of information about you from other sources, these pieces of data enable brokers to create a profile of who you are. Your data in bits and pieces is not worth anything on its own, but a complete data profile of you and your buying habits is extremely valuable to marketers, employers, landlords, banks, and others. How do data brokers sell your identity? After data brokers have agitated your personal details, they use machine learning to identify patterns and dissect this information into audience segments. These audience segments are then often sold to ad tech companies such as Esplon and Red Ventures that use these groupings to market products to prospective customers. Other types of organizations, such as data brokers too, according to a Business Insider report, several U.S. government agencies, such as the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, are clients of Veneto, a massive U.S.-based data broker. Despite the elusive nature of their business, data brokers don't need to operate on the dark web to find clients. They work as registered business entities and sell your data to other companies and individuals for many different purposes. And it could be good, and it could be bad, and very bad at that. Types of data brokers. Generally, there are four main types of data brokers: marketing, advertising, fraud detection, risk mitigation, and people search sites. Some companies interact in multiple categories. Let's break down each of these categories of data brokers to understand their purposes. Marketing and advertising. Have you ever searched for a product and received a targeted ad for that exact product the next day? Almost everyone in the digital age has had an eerie experience where they felt like their devices were listening to them. How much your phone is keeping tabs on your behavior is up for debate, but the instantaneous receipt of a very specific targeted ads reflects how your search's internet behavior can be tracked and leveraged by marketers. Fraud detection. Think about this. You're on vacation, but forget to notify your bank that you'll be traveling. You swipe your card at a gas station, fearing it will be declined, but to your surprise, the transaction is authorized. Although you did not inform your bank of your travel plans, they were able to determine that you likely made this transaction. How? By collecting your data, understanding your habits, and using algorithms. Your bank was able to determine that the transaction was likely made by you, even though the swipe took place in another city, state, or country. In short, data brokers working in the fraud detection space will sell your information to financial institutions who leverage that data to better monitor your account behavior and detect fraud. Again, good reason to have data brokers. Risk mitigation. Data brokers for risk mitigation is much more common than you might imagine. Many companies and lenders will seek out your file from a risk mitigation-oriented data broker. Before doing business with you, companies like Equifax, Experian, that determine your credit score are examples of data brokers focused on risk mitigation. And many other smaller organizations may grade or score you based on how your information compares to a proprietary set of parameters. These scores can help businesses determine things like whether someone will default on a loan or pay their rent on time. People search sites. Have you ever entered your name or someone else's into a people search site and been surprised by how much the site knows about you? People search sites operate by selling your data to anyone or any companies who's willing to pay. For this reason, these sites can facilitate doxing and other criminal intents. Companies like Been Verified and Spoku operate in this category. I'm going to stop there again for a minute. You see, I was told at one point, just recently, that I was data mining this girl's data. Somehow I managed to get her phone or whatever the case may be. And I got blamed for it. But I didn't do shit. I stayed in my apartment. I was literally doing my own thing, had no knowledge anything was going on until something was said at the church that I was at. And they never said anything directly to me. It was something I overheard. And then that's when I realized I had friends operating against my wishes again. But she didn't know that. Her friends didn't know that. Her family didn't know that. My family didn't know that because they are ignorant to the world around them. They are ignorant to what these data brokers do and how easy it is to manipulate and pretend to be somebody when it's not them. Let's continue. Are data brokers legal? Most countries do not have strict or any laws that regulate collecting and sharing data. However, a few states, including California and Vermont, have begun implementing their own data privacy laws. California, for example, enacted the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, in 2018. Under the legislation, consumers are granted the right to request a that is written wrong. Request that business disclose that a business disclose which pieces of their data have been collected, and the right to order that data deleted. This legislation is not exclusive to data brokers. For example, California residents can contact a company and established as Target, request that the company delete any of their personal stored information under the CCPA. Target must comply by law. California also has law that requires data brokers to register with the state's attorney general. The registry is made publicly available. Several other states have enacted comprehensive consumer data privacy laws, but in many states, data brokers to continue, but allows in many states data brokers to continue to operate without strong regulation. The EU has stricter legislation and enforcement than the US regarding data sharing. For example, last year, the Norwegian Data Protection Authority announced a 100 million NOK, roughly 10 million USD, fine against dating app Grindr for breaching the general data protection regulation, the EU's primary privacy and data security law. In some U.S. state laws regulate data brokering and put data ownership back in the hands of the individual. However, many gray areas still exist due to the lack of federal legislation and the ever-evolving digital landscape of data brokering. Keep your data secure with privacy virtual cards. A large percentage of data collection is done at the POS, or point of sale. And as credit or debit cards and digital wallets have become the most convenient way to pay, cash seems to be becoming more obsolete with each day that passes. But when ditching cash, consumers tend to lose anonymity. With Privecy.com, you can keep some anonymity while still defaulting to cashless payments. Using a privacy virtual card gives you greater control over what information merchants collect about you during checkout. By generating a new privacy virtual card number during checkout, you can keep your card number and other personal information from getting into the hands of a merchant who may store or fail to protect your data. Privacy will never turn over your underlying information to a merchant. So how much information is shared during the checkout process is always in your control. Privacy virtual cards offer additional features like spending controls, the ability to close a card at any time, transaction notifications. These precautions are designed to protect your financial information should a merchant experience a data breach. If you need to make a payment online but don't fully trust the website, use a privacy card instead of giving out your debit card or bank account information. It's important to note that Privecy does not sell user data to third parties. Plus, while shopping with privacy cards, users can feel secure knowing that their banking information and other personal details are not shared with retailers. Privacy should be an essential part of your security toolkit when mastering how to make safe payments online. And I'll even actually go to here just so you can actually see that. Boom! It works. Sign up. Utilize it. Privecy.com. Go for it. You won't regret it. In fact, I didn't even know about this until I read this article. And believe it or not, after I finish this video, I'm going to sign up for it. I'm going to change everything. So you see, data brokers are a very, very, very bad system. Data brokers are the bane of human existence because data brokers know what I know. Money isn't the currency of the world. Information is. And not just information, the connections you have with that information. I've been saying that a lot heavily lately because it's true. It's facts. My grandmother and my uncle, a lot of people want to say I don't know anything. I don't. They don't know where I'm hearing this information. They don't know. They think I got like a little voice in my head and I'm hearing things like I'm some damn mental case. And they don't say that I'm a mental case. In fact, they just say that they don't know. They believe I'm telling lies and they don't know where I'm hearing this information. I'm a tech person, damn it. How would I not know this information? It's your damn ignorance that doesn't know this information. Which brings me to the truth. The truth that the truth that you're going to be absolutely shocked about. I mean, I'm not. The very, very same truth that I was shocked. I was shocked. At this point, I am literally going to be canceling all my cards and that I have with the bank. I'm going to get new ones. Not only am I going to get new ones, but I'm also going to actually, no, I'm probably not going to cancel my card currently. I will leave it as is, but I will be signing up for the privacy card and changing everything I pay for. PayPal, my utilities, my internet, my phone, everything that I pay my card with is now going to get, all the bank account information wiped, all the credit, all the debit card information wiped. I'm strictly going to privacy card. I'm strictly going to privacy card because of what I'm about to show you. You are not going to like it, just like I don't like it. Now, to you, you probably think there's there's just a handful of data brokers. I mean, there are not very many. Like I said earlier, I use a website called Optry.com. That's 350 plus data brokers removal for about $30-ish for the best plan to get it all. They don't even come close. They don't even come close. There's another data broker removal process service that you can pay for 1 year, but you got to pay like $130 per year to get it done. But you get 750 plus data brokers removal. It still doesn't cover all the data brokers in the world. Now you're probably saying, well, what could be bigger than 750 plus data brokers? What if I told you it was over 1,000? What if I told you it was over 1,000? See, right now you are saying in your head, That can't possibly be happen. That can't possibly be true. Let's find out. Data Broker Watch. DataBrokerWatch.org is tracking and mapping the data broker ecosystem. We curate the largest publicly available database of data brokers and make it available to the wider research community. The full data set currently includes up to 60 plus data points on 1,038 services distributed across the globe. And if you actually don't see this, look at this. There is literally 2 sections to America. And America has the most damn data brokers. The most damn data brokers in the entire globe. Just imagine as an American, whether you're my uncle, whether you're my grandmother, whether you're that girl that I talk about so much on my Facebook that is a singer, just imagine how much the U.S. data brokers alone have on all of them and me. Just imagine, with everything that we do, from our phones to our laptops to our devices to our smartwatches, every app, every software, every website you visit, every purchase you make with your credit card or your bank information, every time you go to Walmart, to Target, it's all going to the data brokers that sells it, that makes a profile on you, and then sells it. As you can see here, you can see that there is literally, a whole bunch of stuff. And you could come here and you could click on this and you can and do whatever and delete it. But the thing is, you could do that. You could do that. But doing it yourself, especially with 1,038 data brokers, nobody has the time for that. Nobody has the time for that, which is why I'm going to advertise this a little bit, which is why I am a proud supporter of Aura. Aura is a software company that not only protects you from your information, Aura is something that protects your identity. It not only protects your identity, it protects your information. They just recently started trying to venture into literally data brokering. I literally, just right before I did this, I literally sent them this website and the entire list. The entire list that you can clearly see has a download button for this site, databrokerswatch.org. I've also went out of my way and signed up for privacy alerts, so I actually know when yeah, it's the point is, you can do it yourself or you can get Aura. I'm a proud owner of Aura and everything. In fact, believe it or not, guess what? Their image for Aura, if everybody knows the Marvel Universe, who's that guy? Who is that guy from the Marvel Universe? Tony Stark. It is Tony Stark, but older. And so Aura is literally, it comes with coverage to protect in case there is fraud, 24/7 expert fraud support, transparent pricing, 60-day money-back guarantee, free trial, no strings attached if you want to try it. Goes for your phones, any devices. Pricing. You can literally have monthly plans that literally start at literally $32 a month. Family plans for $32 a month. Basically, you get antivirus, VPN, a vault. And the vault is kind of like your digital lockbox. It says most important digital files, passwords to keep secure, and easily share them with family members so everyone can stay connected. What this doesn't tell you is it keeps your birth certificate safe in photo form. It keeps your driver's license safe in photo form. Anything that is your private information that you want secured and safe, take a photo of it and literally put it in the vault. And they will basically essentially monitor it. Safe browsing with device counts. Password manager. People, sites, and spam removal lists. Now this, because I just literally gave them this list, they're probably going to change that. Anti-track and ad blocker. Email alias, so you can actually create an email alias that can be routed back to your actual main email that is signed up with the Aura team. Spam call and messaging protection. No longer do you need a separate little phone call app. Identity theft protection. 1 million. Expert fraud. Account breach. SSN and personal information monitoring. Home and auto title monitoring. Identity verification. Criminal and court records monitoring. Lost wallet redemption. Financial fraud. 3 bureau credit monitoring. Credit lock. Bank fraud. Financial transaction. 401k and investment account monitoring. Monthly credit score. Annual credit reports. Family protection, parental control, safe gaming with cyberbullying alerts, family fraud alert sharing, child SSN monitoring, child 3 bureau credit freeze, child sex offender geo alerts. And that's just the family edition. For most of us, we probably don't need the family edition. If you're like me, you literally are a single individual, which is, guess what? $12 a month for a yearly plan, or you can do it $15 a month monthly. This one is actually, for the family plan, it's $50 a month monthly. Now you get pretty much all of the same exact stuff as before. As you can see here, all that's the same. All that's the same. But down here, you don't get as much stuff. I mean, yes, it looks like it is, but you don't actually get much stuff. As you can see here, if you look at the actual plans list, you can actually see what each one does. So even though this is the feature, these are all the features, the $15 a month only comes with this. It also, if you're a husband and wife that has no kids, or just boyfriend and girlfriend that wants to help protect each other, this also can go for them. And then also this. It's a very nice system, very nice way of doing things, and overall just really, really good. Now what this doesn't actually tell you, I'm just going to be apps. Oh, and there's also the kids version. So when you actually have a tablet a kid using, or even a phone a kid is using, or even their own computer, guess what? There is a kids version. And you get unlimited kids and unlimited devices, and then the family gets 5 adults and unlimited kids and unlimited devices. For me, because I am literally a individual, and I just pay for the $15 a month, which I will eventually upgrade to $50 for the unlimited devices, I get 10 free devices. That means I have 8 devices in my apartment. I can safely secure all 8 devices and don't have to pay anybody for an extra networking setup, an extra networking system to literally protect my identity. I can literally protect all my devices because I have 8 of them right here. Everything from my mobile phone to my tablet to my main computer to my laptop to all the devices that I actually do some, run-of-the-mill Bitcoin mining whenever I want to. I'm actually in the process of revamping all that, believe it or not. If you're just a husband and wife, no kids, or just boyfriend and girlfriend, 20 devices. Although I don't know what if you are one of those two groups and you got 20 devices, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. Even if I'm 36, if I was to get married and or even get a girlfriend, I promise you, between her and me, there is no bloody way we would use all 20 devices. But it's there if you need it, It actually works out really well because now you can kind of protect your other family members too. For example, I could literally I could just protect my phone, my tablet, my main computer, and my laptop. Despite everything else, I could just do those. And then I have 4 copies I could give to my other family. They would have to use my account information. They would have to use my account stuff to actually be protected, but they could. They could. They wouldn't get their own identity, but they could. So you see, I'm a proud supporter of Aura because they are working hard to protect your data. They're working hard to protect you from the bullcrap that is out there. For instance, this Data Brokers Watch literally keeps track of 1,038 services distributed across the globe. That's 1,038 data brokers. And this list there we go. As you can see here, it just lists it. It has, that has the email, every amount of information you could possibly need in this list, all the way down to 139, which means that list is one service out of date on their webpage. That means this list has been updated more recently than the website. And that means they are constantly monitoring this. They are constantly adding to this. And that's a good thing because now I can take this, I can share it with people like, my Aura, and they can help me better protect my identity and my information. And being an identity information company as they are, I'm pretty sure when their team sees all that data brokers, all that list, it's going to be a real privacy problem. So you see, with that being said, go get Aura, protect yourself, protect your devices. Also, get your privacy cards. Join me in the fight to protect your privacy. And let's actually take control of our own privacy because I don't know about you. I don't know about anybody else but myself. But I'm sorry, I do not want 1,039 data brokers having and selling my information without my permission. And if you feel the exact same way, then I feel for you. I feel for you. Because that's anything from criminal records to what you eat on a daily basis. Get your privacy cards. Get an Aura subscription. You won't regret it. Because clearly, the digital world has expanded far more than I had ever thought it did, especially in the world of data brokers. We all know that data brokers have existed. We all know they collect data. But I don't think, just like me, I don't think we realized how serious it was. Like, I knew it was bad, but when I saw databrokerwatch.org, I think that's what it is. Yeah, databrokerswatch.org. In fact, here, I'll even put it on screen here, just because. All right, so go to that site, and then also We'll even do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, add that, do that, boom. Whoa, no. Go to those two websites. Use databrokerswatch.org to keep track of the data brokers yourself. If you want to manually remove them without paying money, just realize it's going to take hours. It's going to take weeks. It's going to take months. It's going to possibly take years, which you or I just don't have time for. So go with Aura. Go with Aura because they are... I'm helping make them better, and if I make them better, they can actually help protect your privacy as well as they're protecting mine. Also, go to privecy.com, get your privacy virtual card, and change everything immediately like I'm going to do, because that is scary. That is scary, even my bank information and my bank card is being data mined like that. Everywhere I go, every time I use it anywhere, whether it be online or physically. Let's fix our privacy. Let's take privacy back. Join me. Join my computer repair company, Hamster's PC Repair, and let's fight back against the data brokers. Also, just as a side note, I want you to know that as Hamster's Piece of Repair, I have a way to block all the Chinese IPs in my host file I'm creating. I'm currently working on it. I'm currently expanding it to block all these IPs, and I'm also got a new system so that the old file is no longer going to be valid. I'm going to keep them on my website, whatever, but this is now going to be a new version. It's going to block very specifically the IPv6s. Those that don't know actually what IPv6, it's basically supposed to be more secure than the IPv4. But it's not. In fact, it's way less secure than people make it out to be. There's supposed to be actually, some technology that's in the world going on right now to enhance the security of the IPv6 like it should have been. But right now, as theoretically, IPv6 is supposed to be private. It is being abused and easily hacked. So, all IPv6 in this host file is blocked. Every Chinese IP is blocked, and trust me, there's over 1,000 Chinese IPs. And I've focused on those two specifically. One, China keeps track of everything, whether you like it or not. Two, IPv6 is very heavily non-secure. Even though it's supposed to be secure, it's not. So until those two things changes, my company, even though I'm a single owner right now, my company will be just like Aura, protecting your privacy, protecting your whatever, because we need to. We absolutely must protect ourselves. I'm also going to expand that host file and literally include all the Russian IPs as well, because they are just as much spying as China. We all know it, but I don't think anybody but the select few of us, like my friend Summerwolf or me, or my friend Goku, or very other few people realize how threatening those two countries are and how much IPs they have that spy on you every single day without your knowledge. So between Aura and my host file, my job is to work alongside with Aura, and just like they are protecting your privacy, I am also adding an extra layer of security with my host file. So if you want that privacy, you want to be safe, you want to be secure, I advise you, go get Aura, go get your privacy card, and download Hamster's PC Repair host file. You won't regret it, because just like Aura, I'm fighting for privacy. Ciao.